Hey, what's going on? My name is Kevin Deers, and this is Everflowing Stream. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of that stuff to my channel. This is a channel where I talk with musicians, people behind the scenes of hardcore metal and punk, mostly musicians, though. This week, I have an episode featuring a man who needs no intro. He is the man known as Max Cavalera. With that being said, I guess I'll intro him. You know him from Nail Bomb, Sepultura, Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy. He is going on tour with his brother Igor to present Beneath the Remains and Arise in one package. I'm going to see him at the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma here in a couple weeks. But without any further ado, let's jump into my interview with the mighty Max Cavalera on Everflowing Stream. Hey, what's going on? I'm talking right now with the mighty Max Cavalera. He is hanging out here. They're going to be playing Beneath a Rise tour. It's going to be coming out on the Tacoma date is actually going to be June 13th at the Elks Temple at the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma. Now, this is a brand new venue. I think you actually played it with Soulfly a couple months ago. You played the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma, brand new venue.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So we're stoked to see you here. My first question, dude, is you popped up on the camera. You're sporting a kaiju death metal band from Seattle, Oxygen Destroyer. I know you've always been writing for the underground, but I popped hard when I saw you're wearing an Oxygen Destroyer shirt. How'd you hear about them, dude?
So I didn't know that the interview is going to be for Seattle. I'm happy it is. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like a happy coincidence. But no, we have a mutual friend, Terry, that comes to all the Soulfly shows.
Yeah.
And man, he hooked me up with the CD and said they're big fans of actually he said the guitar player loves Arise and Beneath the Remains learn everything from those records. And I just checked it out and fell in love with it. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. I love the underground. I love helping rapping bands and giving a hand. You know, it's so cool to be part of it. And they rip, you know. Their stuff fucking rips, man. It's awesome. So yeah, I'm it'd be good to meet them in person, hopefully in the Tacoma show or something. But I never lost that metal nerd teenage thing, you know.
That's awesome. Yeah,
that some people lose when they get old. I don't. I told my wife, you marry me, there's one deal that's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
you have to put up with my shit. You have to put up with my metal shit.
Yeah,
that's the deal, man. You know. And I'm a metalhead for life. I'm a fan for life.
Yeah.
And that's how it is, man, you know. And I love listening, discovering new bands and check them out and getting in touch with them, touring with them. We just did the Soulfly tour with 200 Stab Wounds, and that was phenomenal. What a great band, you know, like great kids, great guys. Yeah, man. So I love just being the metalhead, you know. It's like I don't really I know that, you know, there's all this just years of music and all this stuff, but at heart I'm a metalhead, so that would never change, you know. And I think that's great, man. You know, like a lot of people when they meet me, as a lot of things people notice first is that, oh, this dude really loves metal, you know, for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I like that. I'll keep that forever. That spirit will never die.
I'll tell you, man, I would love, like, I do the show Metal Shop on Seattle. I would love for you to do an episode or do your own show. I would love to hear a Max Cavalera, like just a couple hours of you doing your radio. Because first off, people want to hear you talk, but also they want to hear the shit that you're digging, man. That would be really cool.
Right on, man. Let's set it up sometime.
All right. Event, sounds good. Look, don't take my job though.
All right. Yeah.
All right, dude. So thinking back to, you know, Beneath the Remains, Arise, the third and fourth albums that you did with your brother Igor. What about those albums Like, because those are fan favorite albums. Definitely. They're like, people I'm sure requested these for years. What do they mean to you?
Well, Beneath the Remains is very special. Uh, it's a journey actually in that involves the whole record, because to me that journey of the record really started when we put out Schizophrenia,
Yeah.
and it was our last record in the Brazilian label Cogumelo. But I got a free ticket to go to New York as a Panam employee.
Oh, really?
So I pulled my hair back, and my mom bought me a $5 cheap suit.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really a bad suit, but
Yeah.
I look very official.
Sure.
I had the Pan Am pin, like an employee.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only way to get the free ticket, man. And I came to New York for 2 days, and I just gave people Schizophrenia copies,
Mm-hmm.
Metal Blade, Combat, Noise Records, and Roadrunner.
Yes.
Um, During my time in New York, I got mugged for $5 on 42nd and Broadway or near Broadway. It's like
Yeah.
some dude put a knife in my throat. I had $5 in my pocket. He's like, here, man, take. Holy shit! It's like I came out of the land of crime, Brazil, to get mugged in New York. That's fucked up.
You want a copy of Schizophrenia? I got that.
right. And then another thing that was funny, we end up making an in-store appearance at Slip Disc.
Okay.
And the total people that show up with 3, including the owner and his kid.
Okay. So just one other person. Yes. Yeah. One other person. Okay.
He was just there looking for Iron Maiden records. Turns out, nice to meet you. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that was cool. That was like the first in-store,
Mm-hmm.
my first real in-store. But yeah, I came back home, and we finally got the call that we were waiting. The Roadrunner call was, and yeah, we got a contract. We're gonna make a record. We're gonna make a record in a record label, from international record label.
Yeah.
So all the cards are on the table. We had to, like, I told the guy seriously, like, dude, this is our shot.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot fuck this up. Make this count, man. This record's gotta fucking be hard.
Yep.
It's gotta be meaningful. We gotta mean what you say and say what we mean. No bullshit. We're not taking like we worked too hard for this.
Oh, yeah. It's your chance, dude.
By that time, I think I was already in Sepultura for about 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
So it was like a big moment, and we took full advantage of the situation, having Scott Burns producing the record. I remember the record was recorded at night. We couldn't afford the studio during the day. There was a pop band there.
Okay.
So the recordings were midnight to 7, which is fucking crazy. Graveyard hours, man. Fucking why the whole city's sleeping. We're fucking trashing out Beneath the Remains and Mass Hypnosis and Primitive Future, man. Like 3 a.m. is where they got hot. Like the coffee's heating.
Oh man.
Some Red Bulls are rolling around.
Mm-hmm.
Couple drugs,
Yeah,
couple drinks, and a lot of metal. But I'm super proud of that. This record. It's so raw. I think Scott captured us in our rawest form.
Yeah.
Beneath the Remains, really, it's like you can almost sense the desperation of this band. Like, yes, this is a make or break it kind of record.
Yeah.
Because if you would have made a shitty record,
it could have been it.
That was it. Back to obscurity.
Yeah.
So I always gonna have this Beneath the Remains very close to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then Arise, I think it's an improved version of Beneath the Remains, where we learned the instruments a little better. I was becoming a better songwriter, a better vocalist.
Yeah.
Writing better hooks, the crowd can sing. And then, some badass songs on Arise, like That Embryonic Cells, Arise, Desperate Cry. You know, those are like, especially like some of the stuff we were doing at that time, the double bass in the end of Desperate Cry. I remember that shit took 2 days to record. It was like Igor was so frustrated, he couldn't get it right, and he was like punching walls and fucking getting mad. And that's how you make a good record. You got to get mad, you got to get pissed, got to get angry, let it all out, and it shows on the record, man. I'm super proud of these two records, and it's so cool to do them together too. Because that's just more metal. You know, we could have done separately, and it would have been fine. But I think if you put them together, it's like it becomes another monster. It's like even more menacing, you know, than just one. It's two. It's like, all the rawness of Beneath the Remains and all the savagery of Arise in the same night. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
It's kind of celebrating that 89 to 91, just like that time period in your life, and just, you know, just kind of bringing that back, and everyone loves those records, man. So I'm stoked to see that. You know, and you and Igor together. I'm going to be chatting with Igor tomorrow, actually. So we're going to be talking a couple of the same things, but that'll be my first time talking with Igor. But it's got to be incredible to be back on the road with your brother and to celebrate this time in your lives and this music that you've shared with everyone.
Oh, for sure. It's an honor and a privilege to play with him. Still, I get blown away that we're still doing this. Like, we're one of the, you know, the few, I guess, like brother survivors of an era. You know, because you don't have Dimebag anymore, and you don't have Van Halen. But me and Igor were still here doing this. And as far as the music, you hit it on something really interesting. This time, this era of metal to me was very inspirational, man. This whole 89, 90, 91. I felt a little bit like we were kind of like we were kind of like laboratory mad scientists.
Yeah.
Putting death metal, thrash metal, hardcore, put it on the blender.
Yeah.
Press play, see what happens. Because in one hand, we love all the death metal stuff. You know, we couldn't get enough of Death and Obituary and Morbid Angel. And then right here, we had Dark Angel and Exodus and then the European stuff, Creator, Destruction, Celtic Frost. And then you have Discharge. Yeah.
With the hardcore,
So it was like, it felt like a mad scientist type mentality. I don't know. I think a few bands I can think of that time that were kind of doing this kind of thing was a little bit. It was like Us and Dark Angel, and maybe Jungle Rot.
Yep.
Broken Hope. Sadus. You know, Sadus was doing that too. But I think it's so cool. It was a fun era. You know, at the same time, there was the new thing that was coming out from Europe too, Entombed and Godflesh, Carcass, Napalm, the whole new era of grindcore. We love all that. We just couldn't get enough, man. So it was definitely a cool time in metal, and kind of like a little bit of a golden era. You know, this little section of years were very special. Because right after that is when grunge hit it and kind of like almost like wiped out metal from the face of the earth.
It went back to the underground. Yep.
Yeah, it was very hard to survive we made Chaos AD on the height of grunge. And I remember all they were interested was flannel shirts and
Yep.
And that stuff is cool. I really dig the underground vibe of those, but I need it heavier. To me,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be heavier. Um, but I'm super proud that we did write Chaos AD
Oh yeah.
at the height of that movement, and so it's kind of like it makes me proud that we made that record during those times, because it goes in phases, kind of metal goes in phases, kind of comes and goes, and sometimes it's more popular, less
Sure.
popular. Right now I don't even know where it's at, but I think the underground's cool, very cool right now, very good, a lot of good
Yeah.
bands, um, which is always great because there's always going to be a pissed off kid in a garage saying "fuck you" to your mom and playing hard. That's always going to be somebody doing that somewhere, man. That's what's cool.
So you being such a nerd for the underground and the punk and the hardcore and the metal and just like such feverishly devouring this music, you guys are going to be playing Maryland Death Fest. And that's got to be like a kid in a candy store kind of thing. You're just like, all right, get me to the t-shirts, get me to the CDs, get me to all the sick bands, man. That's going to be a cool experience for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. The minute that we got booked on that, I was already looking at the lineup. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see all this.
Yeah.
I hope I have enough hours. I
Yeah.
hope I better bring a fat wallet too,
Oh yeah.
because
Hit that merch booth. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I like to buy the shit too, man. Um, you can get it for free, but there's something cool about helping the bands out too. I remember like on the 207 tour, I bought the shirt from them. They didn't want to. They were like, "Fucking no, man, we can't fucking do that." It's like, listen, I want to, man. I want to
Mm-hmm.
support you guys. I know how hard it is. It's hard to make it, man. It's hard to survive.
Yeah.
Um, and I rather buy you a shirt. I like your band anyway, so really, I'm buying something that I like, and I'm helping you guys out, So, yeah, so definitely MDF is definitely on a kind of like, yeah, like a bucket list thing for me, man. As a metalhead
Mm-hmm.
enthusiast of that kind of style, doesn't get any better. We've done a couple of European festivals that were kind of like that. Uh, Brutal Assault
Yeah.
is kind of like that, and Hellfest sometimes could be
Mm-hmm.
very cool, or Bloodstock. But yeah, I think Maryland MDF is even beyond that, because almost everybody there's good, and
Yeah.
there's there's something like amazing. So I don't. It sucks that we're not going to be there for all the days. That's the only thing that sucks. So we're gonna miss something, but. The day that we're there, I'm watching a shitload of shows. I
Hell
don't
yeah.
care. I'm watching a bunch of shit. I'm buying a bunch of shit. It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome, man. All right. So going back to these records, Beneath the Remains and Arise, I know you're a father, so this is going to be hard for you, but I'm gonna put it down for you, dude. The Gauntlet. Of those two albums, Fighting to a Death, which one do you prefer?
I have to go with Beneath the Remains, just because is more meaningful to me. I think as a record,
Okay.
um, it's kind of like that desperation thing that we talk about. It was like
Yeah.
a do or die kind of an album, and those are very. I compare Beneath the Remains to Soulfly One in many, not musically, they're completely different, but state of mind.
Yeah.
My state of mind when I made Beneath the Remains was very similar to my state of mind when I made the first Soulfly, which is a very unstable, weird place to be. Almost like the song, it's like "No Hope, No Fear," is a very good, accurate description of my state of mind on those records. Like, you don't have much hope, so you don't have fear. You're in a
Yeah.
very strange place. Um, and as far as, yeah, even talking to producers, like I just made the Cavalera record, and the Soulfly record with Arthur Risk. He's a great
Yeah,
underground
dude.
producer, and he was telling me a story. He recorded some underground band. I can't remember who they were. It was something really underground, and they wanted to get pumped. And one of the guys, um, said, "Yeah, let's." I think he said some shit like, let's put some Testament or some Anthrax." And Arthur's like, no, we're gonna put Beneath the Remains.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he put Beneath the Remains on for them, and that's like he got a great session out of that. And he told me that story. I thought that was always cool. Like that's cool. Like that a record can inspire a producer, can inspire a band. As much as other records have inspired me. I mean, so many times I've been in the studio where felt kind of down and or in life in general, and you put that one record that just hits like
Yeah.
like a fucking death crush, man. Amazing, and you just feel great, feel inspired, feel excited, and you take on the world. It's a cool feeling.
So, obviously the last couple of years have been very strange for a lot of people. And if you're having a crappy day, or you're just kind of like, pissed off, you're just kind of bummed out, or you're just, dealing with some crap, and you want to get back to a good spot, what's an album that you can always reach for? What's a go-to album for you to get into a better place?
To me, there's a couple records that do that. Definitely In Tuned, Left Hand Pat. You can put that anytime, and instant, like caffeine, man.
Yep.
It's like doing a shot of vodka or freaking drinking Red Bull. It's like you're automatically excited.
Yeah.
Lately, I felt kind of the same way. Listened to Gate Creeper's last record. Actually, I thought it was fucking amazing. Especially the side A. It was all the fast shit. It's like fucking, like kind of came out of nowhere, man. I was like, oh, this is really good. This is really fucking good, and just no bullshit, man. This is just they trim all the fat out. This is just like, I
thought that was really cool how they did. Side A was just all fast. Side B was just one long kind of death doom song. It's really cool.
Yeah, cool. I saw an interview with Chase, because Chase is from here, it's from Arizona.
Yeah.
We've seen each other at shows and stuff. And he mentioned on an interview that he got that idea actually from a hardcore band that I think kind of did that years ago.
Yeah.
They made one long song in one side and a bunch of fast, short songs. And I thought that was a really, really cool idea.
Totally.
So there's to me, always another record I always go back to if I want to feel angry is Discharge. Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing. It's just a wall of guitars, man. It's like a minute long songs, and it's just raw power, just pure energy. I had an honor to meet the guys a couple years ago when we played in Birmingham. Igor invited the singer JJ and the guitar player Bones. He's the original guitar player from all those records. And we did a jam.
That's awesome.
We played two of their songs.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing that Bones brought his guitar, but he used all my gear.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the same guitar sound from Discharge from my gear, which I was like totally like blown away. It's like, okay, so it's not the amps. It's the hand. It's how he hits. That's what I realized that night, is how you fucking play it. It's what the secret of your sound. It's really not even gear, man. So that blew me away. Like, he's playing on my shit. It should have sounded like Soulfly, but it doesn't. It sound like fucking Discharge. What the fuck is going on? It was cool. It was a cool moment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take up your whole time. Just got a couple more questions, but there's one thing that broke the internet in the world of metal during the pandemic. You cut the dreadlocks. So bring us back to that day. What was the moment that you decided to just cut the dreadlock? Was it getting too heavy? Were you were just like ready for something new?
I've been talking about it for a while. It's been a couple of years, and yeah, it was real heavy. It was just one fucking tree trunk.
Yeah.
It turned into one thing only. It was just like in the back,
Pulling on your hair, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, pulling, getting bald from it, and real heavy. I wash it and take 3 days to get dry. It was kind of like at one point, my wife was actually like, she was messing with it one night and she found some old food on it, like some rice or beans, or like for like a year ago. It's like, that's not fucking good. That can't be good. It's like, so this thing has got to go. So yeah, I'm just rocking the metal, old school metal. But I mean, it really doesn't matter, man.
No way.
Like I always believe it's really in your heart,
Yeah.
In fact, this is a bad Brazilian joke. I don't know if you guys are gonna get it, but in Brazil we say, if hair was important, wouldn't grow around your asshole. Um, I don't know if that makes much sense.
Hey, I appreciate that. As a baldy, I appreciate that.
There you go, man. Once this is gone through, I'll just shave it too. You don't. It's in your heart. That's what it matters. But that thing was cool. It's time to cut it. That day, I just realized, let's do it. Let's get it done with it.
Yeah.
And but you're right. The response was incredible. Fucking, it did break the internet.
Yeah.
You had that movie Ralph Breaks the Internet. Max Drex break the internet. It was kind of an insane reaction. But I'm glad that's all done with it. She saved it. I told her, wait till I'm dead, and then you do whatever you want with this thing. Give it to somebody, put it on a wall, or do whatever you want with it, man. But I don't even want to see it for a while now. It was a good run. We had a lot of fun together. But it was time to give it up on it.
Well, we look forward to seeing you, man. And we're going to be seeing you again with the Beneath Arise tour, Max and Igor together. Again, that's going to be coming out coming around us to the Tacoma area, June 13th, the Elks Temple at the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma. Beautiful new venue. Max, thank you so much, man, for taking the time.
Thank you, my brother. And thanks for all you do for the underground. I'll see you in Tacoma, brother.
We'll see you in Tacoma, brother. Have a good day, man.